Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing, spectacular Propagandacast from your host, Pearl Dane, the one, the only Master Propaganda, your Lord and Master, your only sanctioned source of community entertainment. We're off here to a 1v1 on Crossroads Winter in the north. It is DaPopeCoH, fighting here for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Here with the 7th Panzer Division with Blitzkrieg Doctrine featuring the command tank, Panzer Tactician, Tactical Movement, Recon Flight, and the Stuart Close Air Support with Infantry and Tank and Panther Bulletin versus the south. That is Angreifen, fighting for the Red Army, the Soviet Union. The 10th Mechanized Corps here with NKVD Rifle Disruption Tactics featuring the KVA, Radio Intercept, Comms Command Squads, Scorched Earth Policy, and Anti-Tank Overwatch with a Penal Superstar there. Setting up with those Strafniki, double mine and infantry bullets there for Angreifen. And a big thanks to VR Iron Fist for donating and supporting the Propagandacast with his hard-earned money. Big thanks to you. And of course, a big thanks to all my paid supporters who keep in the business well with the hard-earned money on a monthly basis. You too can join their last year's ranks by pledging on Patreon or donating via PayPal. The links are in the description. And as you know, comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button. So, Penal Super looks like a sniper step for Angreifen. Looks like Angreifen has actually taken on the build there, at least adopted the build from Walletman Bundy Bags. I don't know if Walletman Bundy Bags, created the build, but he's definitely popularized it with some Soviet players. So, Pani takes some man loss here from the Strafniki. Gunny sing eastwards there, and we got a second gun squad here for Pope. Strafniki slowly advancing there for these munitions. Worth noting, he's actually not focusing on the western fuel point, looking, I think, more to try and tie down Pope around his own fuel point, but I think unless he can actually disrupt it and cut it off, it's not going to be, I think, too great there for Angreifen in the long run, even the short run there. So it's a particular on a map like Crossroads Winter, like good map control, can much more quickly spell out control, including fuel control. So a bit dangerous there if Angreifen gets too bogged down here, but there we go, sniper out, ready to hunt down some fascists and place bullets right between their eyes. Going to leave this busy in the centre. Pioneer's got the point aimed before holding up here. Now they're going to squat there for Pope. Now go try and push forward, but run straight into the MD42 here. Pope was ready for such a bull rush attack, and the penal troops are quickly sent packing. So now with that basic grab the southern point here, Engineers grab the car for now by the west. Grenadiers looking to also slowly move westwards there. Third Grenadiers are almost done there for Pope, probably going to be seeing some tech after that. And we got Angreifen there with a second penal troops on the way there. Pani's being forced into line of fire with this sniper with their scoped mercenary gun, and there you go, Friedrich drops dead in the snow. Quickly falling back, the machine also repositioning, knowing that doesn't really have a good chance against a sniper. But that's some ambush camouflage, and that got nerfed too, so even that would be great. Going to grab the point here. Going to caught up in there with the penalty with their S5040s, whereas they're going to use Kar 98Ks, put a bit of extended, so this is definitely, I think, some good room for the penalty to push against them with. And some great hits. Then there you go. Friedrich drops dead, but Yuri and Petrov join him in hell. There we go. Full retreat in the end for Pope. As the Grenadier squad there simply takes too many losses too fast. Up here, Grenadiers by the car point being stalled by the Engineers. Pinch to assist, but I think these get closer faster here. Now the Pinch squad on the flank here could look to threaten the retreat path here. Pretty sneaky. Almost got the Grenadier squad there. In fact, now moving up to assist here as well. Putting a lot of pressure there on Pope's left flank, forcing him to full retreat. Then machine gun barrel remains static here until Pope realizes what's going on and can then actually order it away. And he's being pushed back there. Like to make a nice company up. He's being shot to bits with Grenadiers. Engineers joining in there as well. Quickly setting and then packing that way. Very good, very good. More damage dealt by the Strafniki so far. Third one on the way there for Angreifen. Light machine guns out here, of course, signaling that Pope has, of course, already got his take done. That and they like to make a nice company. We're likely to see the armored car, of course. Angreifen would like to at least upgrade one penal squad here with the PTS-41 anti-tank rifles to increase the chance of not getting completely rolled over by the armored car. Better find there by the western cemetery. Got March on it from Angreifen. Thumbs up there, very good. Solid play there. Pope's going to use pushing forward here for Deutschland against Angreifen position there by the cemetery. We've got the sniper on the flank. Here we go. Gets a quick kill. Note snipers have been nerfed a bit, so whenever they shoot, they are slightly slower for like a brief amount of time there. So they can't just like shoot and then immediately retreat safely. So that makes it slightly trickier to use them fully. And medics on the way there for Angreifen. This is good stuff. No armored car yet. Oh, there we go. Armored car there for Pope. Gotta probably use it to aid down the sniper, but also put pressure there on Angreifen's troops. But of course, the anti-tank pilots are of course ready, expecting such a maneuver. Going for the cover of the Grenadier. Very good. Sniper just retreats. Just getting out of there very quickly. Armored car halfway down there for Pope. Machine gun moving about here. Slow pressure on the western fuel point, looking to disrupt that. Medic bunker there for Pope as well. Creeping towards eastern point, where there is no, well, anything really to defend against such an harassment move. Good move there by Angreifen. Knows a pretty good read in the situation there tactically, even though he's losing the western fuel point here to Pope. He's gaining the east. And there you go, armored car, like the Panzer Speedwagen, 222. Snowing up there. 2 kills in the name. Gun is about to take another loss here. There we go. Straight to the man with the armoured car. Suffered significant damage, though thankfully for Pope, Angreifen has got no way of finishing this off. In the centre, gun is moving up there with the light machine gun gun is being steadily bled out there by Angreifen's troops, pushes forward straight to the ME42 team though. Nicely set up there by Pope. Sniper is back at base. I'm not entirely sure what the sniper's hoping to achieve there, except hoping to be forgotten there by Angreifen. If they cannot see me, they cannot order me to my death. Oh, they spotted me. Teams in quality with the armoured car trying to put pressure in there, moving forward with the S5040s. Pioneers being shot to bits, but there you go, armoured car flamethrower. Pioneers proved to be a strong combo. It's also, I think, a pretty good read in the situation here from Pope to a degree that, you know, with penal troops and anti-tank rifles. Angreifen won't have a lot of munitions from mine, so he can much more easily go for the flamethrowers, which then allows him to put more pressure on Angreifen's forces or immediately. The long term, he will have to consider minesweepers, but short term, it actually does allow for a flamethrower push in against the Soviet. You typically actually want minesweepers out a lot of the time, because otherwise again the Soviet player just spams mines all over the place and you're going to have a really bad time. Got the Commissar Command Squad out here as well now for him. Thumbs up there. Again, so far, very much Wallet Man Bunty Bags style build here from Angreifen. We'll have to see if he actually plays it more, shall we say, fluidly than Wallet Man Bunty Bags. And one of the issues with Wallet Man Bunty Bags is he tends to play it very mechanically to the point, like, you know, if anything goes wrong, he tends to, like, have a very hard time deviating and adapting. We'll have to see if Angreifen has that, though. It is worth noting when it comes to Angreifen, when he plays the Axis, he also tends to play very, shall we say, mechanically and, you know, having a hard time adapting. But maybe as the Soviets, he can react better and adapt more fluidly. Continuing up here, pursuing here the armoured car, looking to finish it off there. I think that's a very good idea there, obviously. Unless you are the Germans, in which case you might have slightly different opinions on that tactical approach. Pack 40 out there for Pope, obviously concerned about a Titan here for Angreifen, though Angreifen again so far seems to be religiously following the Bunty Bags build and is not pushing for light vehicles. In fact, he's probably just going to push straight for the mechanized armor company at first opportunity, go for stuff from there. Pope himself could consider taking up soonish, in the west going for the car upon their machine still holding up. And there you go for your propaganda to disrupt the machine gun, trying to force it away there. Not a bad idea there by Mr. Angreifen. Thumbs up and send the pins with the Grenadier. More round here to flank the pins with the push in the back. Very good. Armor car charging in here. Pinned down to the ground, but there you go. Machine gun is also pinned down, so far it's not been forced to retreat. Again, could happen anytime. There you go. Managed to not get retreated at all. Pin from straight to the MD42 in the center. Heavier fighting gun. His pins was finding out there. Light machine guns versus S5040s. And there we go. Panzer Grenadier for Pope. Thumbs up. Some more heavy assault infantry to take on the Soviets. I think that's a great addition. Worth noting, Panzer Grenadiers with assault rifles weren't really a common thing until like late 1944-45. Early 45 that is. Late 45, the war was already over. But it sort of slowly happened with organizational change in the German armies, the assault rifle caught more and more on. Of course, where they could get it out there, since they struggle to get enough assault rifles made, and also struggle to get enough ammunition made for the assault rifles on top of that. Seems like you had an assault rifle, there's actually no guarantee you would actually have the ammunition to fire it. Pin from against them before two, they need to be careful there. Then it's sending out the grenadiers holding up here. But some of the initial sort of like units with assault rifles actually like escort troops for like armored units, specifically Stugs. Where the Stug brigades would have these infantrymen with assault rifles meant to like escort the assault guns. So, little fun fact there. But there you go, pushing up with the Panzergrenadier back. Got the Commissar and the Pimps, they're going to cooperate with the Grenadiers and the Panzergrenadier. Grenadiers are taking losses, they try to retain a better position. More Grenadiers bring in, Grenadiers bring the other side with the Minesweeper. They're not going to be much of a threat to the German infantry. Armoured car that went out of commission here as the Pimps were there with a lot of anti-tank rifles. Completely blew it to bits there, puncturing the fuel tank and the ammunition. Panzer coming up, he could flank the snob, there you go. Angreifen, seeing this possibility, quickly hits treat, thumbs up there. That's an excellent read in the situation there by Angreifen. Also the Pimps are there, definitely the possibility of like bomb grenade and treat path, there we go. In this case, a bit too slow, or perhaps not. Yeah. Oh, he does get a full wipe there. Brutal, yet beautiful, if you're German. More snipers here for Angreifen. He's really ticked off and really wants to beat up Pope. That's definitely not something I think Wallet Man Bundy Backs would go for. So there's definitely some adaptability there. Tech for Pope, very good. Very good. The Bun Grenade Bow is a World War I tactic and it's used by Stormtrooper units, you know, quite efficient for clearing out trenches, though. It was also used as an early anti-tank charge, both in World War I, but also at the early stage of the World War II, when tanks weren't that heavily armoured. Just dumping that one, saying like the engine area there could, you know, cause quite a bit of damage, or getting it jammed between the turret and the rest of the tank's hull. So, a few fun facts about the Bun Grenade. A few fun facts about that one. Yeah, double snipers are going to be a challenge for Hope to deal with, since they can lead out pretty aggressively. Would I think definitely make, say, an Ostwind rush be pretty good, since again they fire, they're going to have a hard time retreat, and then the Ostwind just goes in and just murders them. Got the penal troopers and the comes on the east side. Gunners being forced there. Light machines away for them. Getting into the penal troopers and the comms are here. Puniering forwards in the west there. Indians bring up and there you go. Sniper team now on the hunt for fascists. Grenade off here and pop goes the weasel. Panzer they're about to get wiped out. Yeah, I don't think Pope's realised what's going on, and dead. That's really painful there for Pope. They hadn't done too much. Of course, they had gotten the wipe there with the bun grenades, so I guess they weren't a complete loss. But again, definitely nasty against the Wehrmacht, since with a four-man squad, they are particularly susceptible to double snipers. So, very, very ruthless move there by Angreifen, and some would certainly consider it dirty. Ground the centre point here. But again, I would probably recommend something like, you know, just some fast armor here. And Ostwind in particular again would be excellent against this. I think Ostwind would be a very solid choice. Put good against both the infantry, but again, especially with the penal or the snipers could catch them in a bad spot and then just swipe them and retreat. Since again, with its, you know, high rate of fire AoE weapon, it's much better, I think, just getting past the snipers' usual defenses and just murdering them, which is typically what you want to do with snipers. In fact, that's typically what would happen in the actual war with snipers. If they're caught, they would typically not take them as prisoners, rather the soldiers just take them aside and shoot them. Because, turns out, snipers weren't popular in the actual war. Them and flamethrower operators. Air reconnaissance from Pope gives going to do their course what Angreifen's up to. Inside of his base, thumbs up there. Seeing no tech, for example, I think is a good highlight there. Again, could further, you know, confirm the idea of going for a fast Ostwind would be good. Could also go for the command tank, and technically there'd be nothing wrong with that, but the command tank would be, I think, less efficient at hunting down the double sniper team, which I would definitely surmise is going to be a bit of a problem there for Pope, who doesn't get them, well, put to sleep permanently. But I would not be surprised if it goes to the Panther gun. It is a nice, safe middle choice. Oh, there we go, we got the tech actually, so never mind, but, you know, I still think an Ostwind would be fairly nice. You can then always just follow up with the Stug to help deal with armour. But he is going for the Panzer IV, and again, nothing wrong with that. It is, after all, a nice sort of steady middle of the road choice. It is safe, it is solid. Machines closing and wiped out here. Possibly the snipers get off 2 lucky shots in a row and narrowly gets away there. Close call for Pope and for Deutschland. But there you go. Mechanized armor company up. Sandbags on the car point. Heading for the eastern ponds with the Grenadiers. And fresh air reconnaissance. He's definitely using it a lot there. Nothing wrong in that. There's the penal troopers. There you go, Panzerfoot for Pope. Snubs moving in, backed up at the penal troopers and the Commissar. Panda 4 should definitely have the light machine gun there, or penal light machine gun for some extra firepower versus the infantry. Gunner is now being pursued by the sniper. T-54 6 there for Angreifen. Thumbs up. Thomas has spotted, and very quick and pang. Again, the air reconnaissance course tells Pope where there's any like sneaky penals for hunting behind the hedgerow, so he can't be surprised like that unless he like makes a really big mistake. Heavy machine team pack 4 there, could be pushing westwards. Command down here from Angreifen. He's very good, lots of mines in fact. And the cemetery too. Don't worry, you need 3. Once the mine goes off, they can just bury them in the hole. It's recycling, socialist style. T-54 up there. The T-54 76. Down the point here. Pioneers good to go. Also lost the previous Pioneer squad, obviously. We got 440 runs for 20. Victory points wise, actually pretty close, and neither side's really got a big lead over the other one. That is definitely noteworthy there. Certainly highlighting the matches so far being fairly much more tense and close. I'm guessing Pope can keep pushing up Panda Falls and again. In theory, nothing wrong with that, but I would really like to see the Ostwind, at least one Ostwind again. I feel like a lot of Vermont players sleep on the Ostwind, but I think it's actually quite underrated at the moment. But also quite good in the right hands. It won't fix all of your issues, but it can fix a lot of them. The Cosmic Force is assisting. Penals from the centre, ground the cut-off point in the west. Lots of small engagements right now with no major pushes happening here between either Pope or Angreifen. Now Angreifen is starting to make a push to the west. There's snipers backing up the infantry. T-54 could also be special in wits. Yep. There looks to be a larger scale attack now happening in the west here. How will Pope respond to this? I mean, right now the snipers are technically open, but he doesn't have like a great pursuit unit for this. Like again, the Panther Force not going to be great. There's also the penals for blocking here. Need to retreat that machine gun soon. Pack 40 whiffs. And a command tank here for Pope. And again, certainly command tank's also a good choice. Certainly in many ways as efficient as the Ostwind versus the infantry, but I think versus the sniper, the Ostwind actually ends up being superior. And I really think Pope wants to kill those snipers. And they could also just follow up with a command tank after that, but that is just me. That is just me. Got the Commissar Command Squad being shot to bits. T-34 is on here for Angreifen, another T-34. And Befehlspanzerkampfwagen 4 right around the corner. There we go. Also gives them access to smoke shells on top of the Panzer Tactician, so definitely a great source of smoke. More mines here in the west from Angreifen, very good, thumbs up, he's now plenty of munitions to spare. He could also consider some booby traps just to make things further miserable for Pope. Wouldn't be half bad there. Victory points wise, I mean, we're almost 20 minutes into the game and neither side's really bled the other one down to like just like 400, so it's been really tight here so far between the two, with neither side really finding like any great openings or at least exploiting them. More air reconnaissance here from Pope, very, very consistent usage of it, thumbs up there. T-34's on the move. Got the command wing forts backed up by the Grenadiers. No anti-tank weapons within immediate sight here. And guard replaces Pin Troopers lost there. I think that's an excellent idea. The command tank just holding back. They're just observing things from a safe distance. Don't worry, you're doing well over there, but what if you get attacked? Don't worry, I'm here to provide moral support. You got some panzer. Armored moral support. Got the command tank moving in. The pioneers being pushed back here. Regular tank taking some damage. So we got the command tank to block here a bit with its high explosive shells. More pioneers there for Pope. I think that's a great addition. But otherwise, more armor would be a good idea. At this point, just going for more Panther 4s and then going for an Ospenarf. I think could work out for them. They could also consider Stu to help deal with the enemy armor a bit more efficiently. They'll find West Economist was the engineers being slowed but out, and again we got the double sniper team. That's going to be another wipe here. Pope is just not paying attention. The double sniper just really makes any engagement with the snipers involved hazardous for Pope, as again like one moment where he's not paying attention immediately results in what we can see there. Panther 4 taking a loss from all the anti-tank penal troopers. Command tank is going to assist here. Mach schnell. We got Fauna 4 versus Fauna 1. Great hit from the command tank there. Looks like they've all now been upgraded with anti-tank rifles, by the way, there. T-4 is moving up, Pack 4 is setting up there as well. Pope's starting to lose ground here to Angreifen. And we got the sniper team again, we got 24-11 kills for a total of 35 kills. Funny how to work at that Panther 4. Command tank charging him, but he's be careful here. Got one sniper that was direct hit. The Angreifen clearly was not anticipating that. But Pope made it work, so thumbs up there. They would have described it as a bit risky. Angreifen meanwhile going for more T-34-6, just churning out sheer numbers of tanks here to just hammer Pope down with, which is honestly a very sensible strategy since the T-34-6 is a very efficient medium tank. High rate of fire. And again, just also good machine guns alongside just good anti-tank. Means it's great versus an infantry like versus medium armor like the Panther 4. It does perform fairly well. Once again, you just get numbers of them since they do have a decent chance of penetrating it. There we go, penetrating hit there. Quickly backing off the T-34-6s as resistance stiffens. And third one's right around the corner here for Angreifen. Pope going for another Panther 4. I would say with all these T-34-6s, he really should consider Stu's. He needs something with a higher rate of fire than the Panther 4's, decent range, but also crucially, not so vulnerable to the snipers either. Plus good ability to just, hunt them down and finish them off. Pioneers moving in for the command tank. The defeats Panzerkampfwagen 4. Very close to Veterans 1. Very close. Panther almost done. Got the comms moving westwards here. We got 365s for 1, so now Angreifen's definitely trying to get a lead here over Pope, and we got some flares off. Thumbs up. Very nice use of the ability there. Panther 4 almost done for Pope. Got the comms I caught there, and another Panther 4 ready there. Another bit of air comes here. T-34 going for the command tank. An excellent decision there by Angreifen as Pope has left it very much out to dry. Anti-tank penal trooper Halt there swarming about looking for the right target to hit. Snar meanwhile got 28 kills. Panther ramming here and forces retreat. Noise Pioneer's trying to do spot a mine, but he needs to fix up the tanks first. And really should consider Stu. Back here, the Angreifen could soon go for another T-34-6, which would build up to 4, which would be a lot of T-34-6s and quite a headache there for Pope, depending how well Angreifen make use of them. In the center, we've got 2 pushing forwards here. Panther 4 taking into the advancing penal troopers, and, well, penal troopers really, just all penal troopers there. The commissar is busy elsewhere, back at base enjoying a nice glass of vodka. Or perhaps an entire bottle. People are ramming here for the command tank, and there you go, calling the anti-tank. Oh, watch, catching Pope here with his leader holding down his ankles. He was too relaxed, and Angreifen saw the opportunity to punish him for it. brutally and efficiently. A completely devastating attack here. Command tank is desperately trying to get out. The Pume troop charging forwards. Force is not in a good position to respond to this. T-54 charging it. No mines down for Pope. He's been floating munitions by, but there's no mines laid down here for some, deal with an attack like this. So Angreifen is, Pope is completely blindsided, but Angreifen is left in shambles, and even then, on top of this, Angreifen is, I think, going to be able to get the T-34-6 back in action. Oh dear. That's gotta hurt there. We'll have to see what Pope goes for next, but apparently he expects maybe another attempt at the command tank here, or another regular Panther 4, maybe an Ostwind. We'll have to see. T-34-6 taking into the Grenadiers. Almost got the Pume troop escort there. And the T-34-6 is slowly getting ready to go here for Angreifen. We got 12 versus 101. 29 kills on the sniper, clearing out that pack crew. But roughly against all the bunched up Pumes. So there you go. Incendiary Pisman's really trying to beat them out here. Third Panther 4 here. No more command tanks here for Pope. Though no Stooks either. Charging up that Panther 4 credit from the T-34-6. No additional tanks here for Angreifen, let's say, despite, I would say, having plenty of resources of just more T-34-6s.
The enemy has 300 points remaining.
I'm definitely looking to turning into a rather big medium armor fight here with 3 Panther 4s soon, versus soon to be 4 T-34-6s. That's going to be a lot of tanks. We'll definitely, I think, put some strain here on both players' ability to handle multiple tanks at the same time. But some players seem to struggle with, actually, so. But whoever then can handle their mediums the best, I think, definitely has the upper hand. Though Pope really should lay down some mines. It's obviously, I imagine setting up this too close. That's what to get under the right circumstances can be good. But honestly, just getting the T-34 and telemines is also really good. And much more likely to assault than being finished off, since they can just drive out. There's 2 close air supports, circle, but against the telemine, mobility matters less. Oh, got a bit of smoke screen there. Cheeky. There you go, 4th one out there. He doesn't quite have the population for a 5th one, but he's actually not far off also in terms of resources. And 5 T-34-6s could be an absolute nightmare for Pope to deal with, since again, that's going to be a lot of firepower. More Grenadiers there for Pope to replace the ones lost. I think that's a very sensible idea there. Actually now, yeah, he's just lost enough. He can go for a 5th T-34-6 there if Angreifen so desires. If he hears the calling of the Magnitogorsk T-34 plant. Brings back to get murdered out in the open. Looks like he does not hear the calling of the 5th T-34-6 there, Mr. Angreifen. He does not hear it. Penfold puts back the Commissar there. Looks like he's lining up for some sort of pincer maneuver here, the way setting up the T-34-6s, which could of course be quite devastating if he can manage it. Picks up the Panther 4. So we'll have to see what he does. I mean, and he could just watch reinforce this other stuff, which is fine, but honestly I think just having 5 T-34-6s could easily be just a game-winning move. But yeah, he's looking where I think what could look like to be a sort of decisive pincer maneuver here against Pope. And go, the assault is underway there. And we got here Pope calling air support. The arc here's calling, I think, is pretty bad, in part because there's a lot of line of sight there, but also it ignores the potential of other tanks here, so, I mean, they can also just get more easily out of it. So I think he went a bit too quickly here on the trigger finger there, and basically blew out 225 munitions without, I think, doing significant amount of damage. We do get better 2 on the Panther 4 there, adding some shots in. Did break off the assault, but also without doing any significant harm. I mean, Angreifen did need to wait a bit and then push it again, so like Pope needs to get aggressive before that happens. There you go. He's on the offensive, the other Panther wing up the flank. There you go, ramming again. Pope once more underestimated Angreifen's tenacity. Got the T-34, but there you go. Anti-Tango watch can easily just replace the lost T-34-6. Anyways, needs to blitz here. Let's rammed again at point blank range. Pope is being completely blindsided here. Angreifen just moves forwards here, devastating Pope's armored forces and just punishing him for an absolutely lax attitude against an opponent. At this point, no, we'll use it, and of course further punishing him for using that to a close air support way too soon. And the other Panther needs to get moving here. T-Flip's court here might have a chance taken out, but the losses just already took for the Pope have been so heavy, and again for Angreifen, the T-34s and 6s can be easily replaced. And there's still the Pumes will blow up here as well. He gets forced in again, caught in there, go more entertaining, always seems to damage to the Panther 4. Package reinforcing healing, another Panther 4 there for Pope. Sniper with 33 kills. The Socialist Horde advances, while the Panther 4s are just whiffing with every shot despite a very densely packed series of targets. Part of this, of course, just due to the Panther 4s. And most tanks, honestly, having like 50% less accuracy on the move, and he's just moving them so much here. So it becomes obviously harder to hit, but even then. Going for car points, looking to buy time, looking to also reconnect his fuel. He's under so much pressure from Angreifen now, he's just constantly and efficiently restraining Pope's maneuvers and just bleeding him out there. And just making so many efficient trades for those T-34s and 6s combined against Overwatch. Now the Panther already, meanwhile, Angreifen now is going for an H-5 tank destroyer. No more T-34s and 6s for him today. Later, he's off to play the grand piano. Panther moving forwards here. T-34 there, low on health. Lost the Panther with the T-34s between there. Got another ramming attack. Completely underestimating again Angreifen's sheer tenacity and his complete disregard for the survival of his tank crews. Do not worry, comrades, they're just Australian. No, that would be the Germans who use them. Oh, these Jeds. Yeah, sorry, you've actually been blowing up good people. Oh. Almost got the T-34-6 there. But he's taking so much loss in the progress, he loses the pack. Before we'll finish off the T-34-6, really just highlighting how good it is. Now the pack has been destroyed. Angreifen wants nothing to do with it. The Panther about to get knocked up all the penal troopers. I really think he should have gone for an Ostwind. H5 moving forwards, other Panther from Blitzkrieg and NKVD, but the H5 and the T-34-6. Can he finish off the T-34 at least? And he's being mauled here. Got it, but his Panther 4 is so low on health, needs to pop smoke. Lost another unit there as well. Losses for Pope are intense. And there you go, the H5 pops the Panther 4 like a pimple. Oh dear. More grenadiers here for Pope, but the sniper still in the field. They're 39 kills. Absolute brutality, and Angreifen, of course, just starts replacing those T-34s and 6s easily. More air reconnaissance. I think Pope's trying to get an idea of how the situation looks for Angreifen and what his possible avenues of attack may be, and how far behind he is in terms of force size. And he's quite behind, to be honest. So, challenge is definitely on here for Pope. The challenge is very much on. So now they're pushed back with the Grenadier. And the T-34 is right around the corner here for Angreifen and the Red Army, the 10th Mechanized Corps.
T-34 ready for combat.
There we go, T-34 is ready, gun is in the same mode. We got the MD-42 A-slope setting up, pick gun is in the flank as well there. Could try for a rifle grenade, hope that Angreifen is paying attention to get some kills in. There we go. He does spot them in time and narrowly avoids losing numerous penal troopers there. In the west side, we're going to push forward engineers, dealing with a lone pioneer squad that might, was obviously no match for the damn flamethrower. And he's pushing up here. And the T-34 race forwards. Of course, Pope having no anti-tank weapons right now is incredibly exposed to that T-34-6. Like, he has no way of stopping. And then T-34-6, nothing to stop it, is very powerful gun due to A, the whole machine gun is very powerful, but also the main gun is really good as an infantry. So right now odds for Pope are looking very bleak, and I don't even think a Stuka at this point could save him, to be honest. Like, it's not impossible, but it's going to require some very near godlike management skills to pull off. we go. He is going for the Stug. Like so many rulers, when faced with tough decisions, decide to convert religion and hope that saves them. Save me, Stug! I confess all mine sins! Another advantage against Angreifen's tactics with the Stug would also be the Stug again has better range. It would be much harder for Angreifen just to ram them down if Pope used the Stugs correctly. Since together we can just keep them at a safer distance, and so they would be much harder just like ram down and then use the anti-tank Overwatch on. Whereas again with the Panther 4 you kind of have to get within ramming range to use them efficient against the T-34-6s. So, you know, he would have benefited from Stugs for, you know, multiple reasons in this engagement. Meanwhile, Angreifen just replaces T-34-6 losses with more T-34-6s now. Quick losses there in the engineers. We got 227 to 250. I mean, victory points wise, it's still pretty close, but at this point here, the situation is just rapidly deteriorating for Pope. He's spiraling out of control.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
He's being murdered out here. And using up the flank here. 205 is 250. Looking to make another big armored push. And again, we got that anti-tank Overwatch. Flares off here. Very good there. Nice bit of fort recon. We've got 43 kills by that. So now we got air recons from Pope. So again, both sides quite clearly aware of the power of reconnaissance. So 2 thumbs up to both Angreifen and Pope there, though. That's nice to see. But still, the situation with Pope is looking pretty grim. There you go, satchel charge on the retreat path, and he almost nailed it too, though. I mean, satchel retreats are definitely very tough to nail, but if you can do it, it's obviously really impressive. Pops another 12 kills, Stu falling back. Stu's being suppressed here a bit. We got 190 versus 250. Pope struggles, but overall just seems to be a bit unsure as how to deal with this. Which you can't fault them for. So now there are 47 kills. He's being multi with the T-34-6s. Could see a wipe here. Very good chance of a wipe here. Yep. Dead. Pope's options are looking at more and more cut off here as Angreifen just lays down the law of the Soviet land. And he used to fast charge again here. Straight into the Stug. Picking Panther, there you go. Tifa going to flank the Stug. That I think this situation here for Pope is very much utterly GG. And there you go. Game over. A loss here for the German army. A victory for the Red Army. An intense fight here on Crossroads. Winter was a good play from both sides. From the end, I think Pope should again either gone for a fast horseman, gone for some Stugs later on. I think that would give them some better options. They also should have used, I think, more maneuvering elements. And I think a mortar would also been great here for Pope versus Angreifen. But that said, Angreifen also went for a very intense strategy. Again, double snipers can be really tough for the Wehrmacht to deal with because they can quickly bleed out the squad, so it makes it very difficult to maintain assaults more easily and all the other stuff there. So just also a really nasty strategy from Angreifen. But it also just, I think, highlights some of the strength of the Surts. Like again, T-34-6 can just lay down so much firepower, and they're just incredibly cost efficient. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell friends, tell family, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. Until tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.